I figured it out. This is why it's so hard for you to learn Spanish. Hola, buenos, me llamo daljiimarax. If you are new here, bienvenidos. Over here, we learn Spanish together. Yes, I'm not fluent in this language. That's what I got you for, to keep me together. Okay, let's get into it. You are memorizing and not retaining, but don't worry, I got you. So when we're learning Spanish, 10 times out of 10, you're reading something, translating English, reading, translating to English. That's not how you learn a language. Because it really doesn't matter if you know what it means, if you can't say it, if you can't automatically understand it when somebody's speaking it to you. If you read it, you have to read and translate, because it's too much. It's too much. Okay. So the best way to do this that I have been able to implement and retain so much Spanish so much faster is to learn Spanish that you give a fuck about. Okay? Fuck learning the top 10 best verbs to learn in Spanish and the best ways to say hola, como esta. Like, who gives a fuck about all that? Because at the end of the day, what you retain is going to be helpful than what you memorize only when the flashcards are in your face. Por ejemplo, I'm really into makeup. You know what I'm watching a lot? Makeup tutorials, skincare routines, makeup hauls, all up on the TikToks, the YouTubes, the whatever. Wherever I can find them, that's what I'm consuming. And that's the Spanish that I am retaining. I just learned how to say arreglate conmigo like 2-3 days ago, and I can't stop saying it. It's stuck in my head because I'm interested in that subject. That's why. That's how you're going to learn the language that you want to. You have to practice and study and focus on the parts of the language that you're probably already interested in and speak a lot about in English. Okay? If you don't talk about cars, why are you learning how to say el coche? Or is it la coche? See, I don't even know because it's irrelevant. Maletas, you don't even travel. Why do you need to learn how to say a suitcase? Why? You don't go nowhere. You stay in your room watching Netflix. Learn how to say watch Netflix. Duh. It just like, once you realize that it doesn't really matter what you start with when you are learning the language, as long as you are retaining it. It don't matter if you don't know how to say the colors right now. It don't matter if you don't know how to say all the farm animals. You're not a fucking child. You're not going to know what are them things called, petting zoo no time soon. You're not. So it's irrelevant. Why is that at the top of your list? And then, baby, don't get me started on the verbs. You do not need to know every conjugation of ser and estar, and hacer and poder and suger or levar. Like, you don't need to know every single conjugation. Which one do you use the most when you are speaking English? Which one is going to be most relevant to the reason of why you are learning Spanish? If you were learning Spanish because you work at McDonald's and you get a lot of Spanish speakers that come to McDonald's every morning before they go to work. You want to say, hola, buenos dias. What can I get for you? I don't know how to say that. I don't know how to say that because I've never needed to learn how to say that. But maybe you do. Maybe understand how to say what can I get for you in Spanish is important to you because of the job that you're in. Maybe your neighbor needed some sugar, and he came to you asking because there's a language barrier. He don't know that much English, so y'all sitting there playing charades. Figure out how to say hola, necesita azúcar. I don't know. Maybe that was relevant to you. So that's what I figured out. I figured it out, and now I'm obsessed, and now I learned so much Spanish, and I can't stop. I can't stop. All right, this is what you're gonna do for me. You got it? You said you wanted to learn this language along with me. That's why you're watching my channel. You said you wanted to be fluent in Spanish too. Why are you here? Why are you here? I'm telling you, get a pen and paper right now. Get it. Get a pen and paper. Get your iPad. Get your notes app. Whatever you got. This is what you're gonna do. Write a list of the things you enjoy in life. Hobbies, job, family. Something that you love that you are naturally consuming. So you like TV shows. Are you watching TV shows every single day? Okay, write that down. You like to go exercise every single day. Write that down. You like to talk to your grandma every single day on the phone. Okay? You catch the bus to work every single day, and you got a neighbor that catches the bus with you and they speak Spanish. Whatever. Y'all have the same conversation about something every single day. Write down the things that interest you, right? And what you're going to do is you're going to figure out the most common phrases that you use and verbiage that you use around those subjects that you are obsessed with. And that is how you're going to retain. You might not even know verbatim or remember exactly what each individual word means, but you will remember those phrases in Spanish because you are already obsessed with those subjects. Like I just said, I just learned arreglate conmigo because I'm obsessed with makeup and beauty and fashion and all that whole content word. And those words are never leaving my brain. The point is, you need to focus on words that are never going to leave your brain because you are obsessed with them already in English. That is how we're going to be fluent in this language this year. I cracked the code. Stop trying to just make all these ambitious goals. Well, I want to learn how to talk about this. Well, I want to talk about it for what and to who? When is this going to come up in your life? Okay? You want to learn Spanish because you're going to Miami with your girls. You want to get you a little Cuban poppy. Get you a little Dominican daddy. What you learning how to say zapatos for? What you learning how to say blanco? I don't even know the other words because all the words I know are relevant. I don't know. Anyway, did what I say.